Fireway is a cross-chain data oracle micro-framework connecting real-world data and APIs to smart contracts. In the architecture, it basically consists of a smart contract deploy, which is the oracle, and then a worker that is aware of all the events emitted by that smart contract, executing the calls indicated by the event, and then redirecting the response back to the sender of that request. Let's see the demo. We start with a sample smart contract called sample client. In here, what we want to do, we have a string value that we want to populate with data from an API call. As you see here, the update token price, it's a method that will invoke the Oracle get method. And then the callback on call HTTP get is the method that will be invoked by the worker to populate the data. When we do a retrieve, we see 0 value there. So what we want to do is just basically have it call the API, the Binance API, to get the pricing for the Filecoin versus USDT. So we put the URL, we paste the Oracle address, and then we want to return the price and populate our value item with the price. So we execute the transaction. Our expectation is that the value will change to that price. This is time consuming, so we can check how the Oracle works as well. In here we call the get method from the Oracle. We specify the Oracle address, the URL we want to call, and the response key, right? And then the Oracle Gateway contract is very minimalistic implementation. It's less than 10 lines of code of actual code. And all it does is basically emit an on-chain event with the parameters provided by the caller. The idea of having this smart contract is that we can pin all the requests to a specific address that is emitting the event, so that our worker, is aware of only specific address that it needs to be listening to. The message sender represents the caller or sample client. The URL is the Binance API, and the response key is basically the price. We check our workers logs in Docker, and we see that we receive an event that is targeting the Oracle, and these are the properties emitted by the event. We see that then the API, the worker executes the call and retrieves a response, and then calls back our contract to the callback method, passing the response. We wait for the confirmation of the transaction, and then we should check our new value, and it should be our expected value of 4.3 something. Let's give it a bit more time. There we go. So here is populated from the worker. Here we just basically demoed a whole end-to-end flow on how, from a smart contract in the Filecoin Ethereum virtual machine, we can invoke an external resource and feed it. So this can power smarter markets for data, DeFi projects, and so on. Thank you very much.